obviously, good night to get going. Good night to kind of win our fifth one, and I know the score is a crooked number up there, but we just got to keep growing as a group. We did enough tonight, which was good, and it started with the guy to my right here. We got a little bit of a flash of what he's capable of in that role and what he's going to be, and it's what I've said. There's a lot of things to be excited about with a lot of these young players, and I know we've got some veterans in this group, but that freshman class got a chance to have some pretty special players in it. Kind of highlighted by what you saw tonight. Zane was outstanding. Matty Heiberger, absolutely outstanding coming in. Obviously, Pierce George, an older player but new here, came in and that was electricity tonight. And then Jansen Canty, I'm telling you, coming into a 12-0 game like that is not always the easiest thing. And he pounded the strike zone. He spun the breaking ball for strikes, and is going to be a big arm. And I told those guys we're going to keep giving you bigger and bigger roles because they've earned it and they're responsible for that, and they can do that. So, good night. Obviously would have loved to be a little bit more consistent offensively early, but that's kind of normal this time of year. Like I said, we're not expected to be a finished product in February, but we got to keep growing, keep getting better. But we did enough, and in that those two middle innings there, we were able to hang some crooked numbers and kind of run away with that thing. So the focus stayed there, the energy stayed there. We just got to execute offensively at a little higher level. But I mean, if I'm sitting here complaining about a 12-0 game, it's a pretty good place to be.
Coach, we're back here again with the guy on your left. He's told us on multiple occasions he doesn't expect to see a lot of fastballs this year, but the pitches he has seen this year, obviously a lot of success in the early going. How much from your vantage point have you seen him work on that stuff to be ready for those types of at-bats?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been great from day one. I wish I could tell you we came in and did 55 things that just changed TJ McCants. We didn't do anything. We kind of created an environment and helped him. I think the biggest thing, and he'd probably tell you, is we talked to him really early about just being on time more consistently. That's really the big thing we've done. And he's a worker. He's got feel for the game. And I think players that have feel for the game and feel for themselves are really good at making some adjustments. And he did. And I think the thing I love about his at-bats right now is there's just a lot of conviction to his swings. I think the guys that are, I don't even want to say scuffling because the numbers are still pretty good, but the guys that are a little more inconsistent, you'll see them, they're kind of getting beat in advantage counts, or they're kind of taking some indecisive swings. I've seen very few of those with TJ thus far. He's been on time. He's got himself in good counts, and he's done damage when he's got pitches to do damage on. He's done it on all sorts of different pitches, which is a little piece of who he is. So I was joking with him on the way over here. I said, man, I'm getting tired of you coming into this thing with me, but as long as he keeps swinging the bat the way he is, I'll have this man by me every day, and we'll be in a good place.
Going off of that, TJ, what are you feeling right now from your phenomenal start so far to this season?
I don't really know, man. I'm just trying to hit the ball. That's all. Stay within the zone, lay off pitches outside the zone, just getting the barrel to the ball, and they put together for us a really good plan, which I said last time, and I'm just sticking to it. That's all I'm doing, taking it game by game.
Obviously for you, Zane, it's your first career start. What were the emotions like when you were on the mound?
I mean, obviously I was a little bit nervous. I tend to thrive whenever I get nervous, so I think it was a good thing. Towards like the third inning, I started to settle in, like really get a feel for the game, and just excited for the next one.
TJ, maybe something you haven't heard before, but the pitching staff has done a really good job this year. How much pressure has that taken off of you and your teammates?
That's huge. Like, as a hitter, it's when you go out there and you don't have to get too many runs. It's not, and you go up to the plate carefree. You don't have to score a lot of runs because the guys on the mound are going to do their job. So it's really nice to go up there to the plate knowing that it's not a pressure situation for us to score a lot of runs because they've done really good off the mound. So it's nice.
Yeah, Zane, you were able to get a ton of soft contact outs today. How does that mean have a good defense behind you as a young pitcher?
Oh yeah, it's huge. Whenever you can trust the guys behind you, it's a whole different game when you're pitching, and able to throw pitches where I want and not be worried about what's going on behind me. It's automatic back there.
Coach, you mentioned them at the start, but the bullpen once again coming in, picking up where your starter leaves off. How key is their consistency as you continue throughout the slate?
Yeah, it's huge. I think TJ hit the nail on the head. I think that's the beauty. I mean, we had the leadoff guy on the first 4 innings, but even the first 3, and it was kind of you'd get a leadoff walk or leadoff hit, and then you kind of spoiled that. And it was kind of some uncompetitive at bats behind it. And I think this game is such a game that kind of works together, right? Like if these hitters go up and it's like, if I don't get a hit here, we're in trouble because we're going to give up 6 in the bottom half. That whole thing just ends up flowing together. I think when you trust your teammates, whether it's trusting your defense, whether it's trusting the arms, whether it's trusting that situation, I think it allows you to play a little bit freer, and not really grip it too tight and squeeze it too tight. And they have, I mean, up and down, like I said, Zane was outstanding. I think he said it. I thought he got better as it went. I thought his 4th inning might have been his best stuff of the day. And then Heiberger, that guy's going to throw real hard. That's a special heater, and he's not scared. That's the thing I love. These freshmen ain't scared when we put them in there, and that's the fun piece. Is I think they enjoy the competition. They're excited for it. Zane said it, like a little bit of those nerves. That's good. That's the body's natural response to pressure, and your body creates that for a reason. And I think those guys go out there and they trust their stuff. And Heiberg was outstanding. Pierce George, I mean, throwing 102 with a hammer that'll play in most places. And the work that I've seen Pierce and JJ and his crew do. Is awesome because Pierce ain't the same guy when he stepped in here 6 months ago, and it's athletic, it's around the zone, and it's good stuff. And then again, Kenty at the end, those guys. The bullpen's huge because we've got good starting pitching. There's no secret, but there's 20 good dudes we can run out of that pen, and that's a really good feeling for me and JJ. Anything else?
Zane, just talk me through how excited you and the fellow young guys are to just finally be here. It's the regular season calendar. You have a chance to get this experience. What's it feel like?
I mean, I've been excited since I stepped on campus. Been excited all fall. We've been working really hard, preparing. It's exciting to finally see what you work so hard for, like, come into play. And, we're excited for the rest of the season.
TJ, your power numbers obviously spiking right now. You've hit multiple home runs, but you also have a lot of RBIs. So you come up to the plate with the bases juiced. Is that your mentality? Just drive the guys home?
Quabs. That's all I'm thinking about.